Greetings from Bermuda, this is BDA Limey and welcome back to Factorio. So last night we just started playing the game again for my first time in 3 years, going through the tutorial missions. There are 5 tutorial missions. We did the first 3.5, and we're going to pick up from where we left off last night. These tutorial missions, they really seem more like challenges than tutorials. Tutorials I tend to think of as, very gentle things that you can't fail and that lead you by the nose through all the different things that you've got to do. These tutorials, last night I nearly got killed by bugs. There's pressure in them. It's almost like a sort of mini challenge. So anyway, last night we spent probably far too much time on, I think, the 4th tutorial we're on now, just protecting our base from the bugs so that we wouldn't get destroyed before we managed to complete the tutorial objectives. So I think that's all good now. I've got some turrets up, I've got some walls built. I think I'm safe, touch wood. And so we're actually going to carry on with that and do what we were supposed to do. So let's jump in. So tips and tricks. Let's have a look through a few more of the tips and tricks because these are actually quite useful. 2 sides of belts, boiler connections. Actually, it looks like these are all the same ones we saw last night. The products made in furnace. Furnace can smelt stone into stone bricks and iron plates into steel once researched. Okay, placing tiles. Left mouse button while holding a stone brick to place stone paths. There are other tile items such as concrete and landfill. Right mouse button to deconstruct while holding a tile item to deconstruct tiles. Okay, that was something I was trying to figure out last night actually. Bottom down to increase and decrease size tile building area. Okay, alright, let's not worry about that too much. So here we are in the middle. Here are our turrets. We are now, we've automated the production of ammunition, which is great. So these are now being fed automatically by these inserters here. They'll just take ammo off the belt and put them into the gun. But they will only fill it once it falls below 10 ammo. So you can see on the right hand side here, these guns all have 10 ammo in them, so that's why these inserters are not actually taking anything off the belt at the moment. Now, as the bugs come again, you can see those inserters swung into action. Okay, so I think we're good here. So what we're actually supposed to be doing in this tutorial is using labs to research automobilism. Last night I was wondering whether I could just... So to do that we need red science and we need green science. And last night I was wondering whether I could just manually build the green science. Got a tip from one of the viewers of the stream last night, Merdius, who said basically don't go OTT, it's only a tutorial. Which is good advice, but I think we are going to need to automate the production because we need a ton of green science. So this is the thing that we're trying to research down here, automobilism, which will let us build cars. That has a couple of prerequisites, engine and logistics 2, and we are currently working on logistics 2, which is actually, is that the more difficult? 30 seconds, 200 times. That might be the more difficult one to do. But either way, both of these require red science and green science. As long as we are producing red science and green science, this research will happen here. Or specifically, it's happening in the lab here. So the lab is consuming the red science and green science packs that we've got in it. And it's working towards researching our technology here. This is my inventory down at the bottom. So you can see I've got a bit of red science and a bit of green. We set up the lab so that they were pulling off So the production of red science is automated, and the labs will pull off the red science from the belts. We just need to do the same with green science now. So let's do that, because we are about to run out of them. This is the stuff that I kicked off last night, manually producing it, and we're about to finish that off. So green science is here, and to craft that we need a transport belt and an inserter. Now the tutorial level set up the transporter belt production for me here, and so that's going into this box here, and we actually have a ton of transport belts in our inventory as well over here. So what we need to do is set up automation of the inserters, and the inserters need iron plate, iron gear wheels and electronic circuits. So iron gear wheels, iron plate, but we don't have electronic circuits, so we need to automate the production of electronic circuits. This is a lot of steps. What do they need? Well, they need iron plate and copper cable. And copper cable is made from copper plate. So we have copper plate production here. We got a chest with a ton of it in. So what we want to do is pull off some copper plates somehow. Now an inserter will pull off all the products. So we gotta be... Will it just pull off what it needs though? Maybe it will just pull off what it needs. So if I create an assembling machine, and I'm gonna need a few of these. So let's get building a few of those. So let's put an assembling machine here. We will set this up to build copper cable. It needs to be closer if I'm going to do that. We don't actually have any inserters left either. We need to make some more of those. So we want to get an inserter. I'm hoping if I did this wrong. Okay, where are these? Let's put these in here. So I'm hoping that if I put this here, actually let's put it up here. And if I set its production to copper cable, I'm hoping that the inserter will then just pull off the copper, which it has done. Great. Okay. Let's get some more useful things down here. Let's make a few more boxes. And we're going to put our finished copper cable in there. And then, okay, we've got attacks going on. Let's just check everything is okay. Everything looks good. Just got to make sure nothing ends up interrupting the production of ammunition here. Otherwise, if the bugs get into my base, it's going to be game over pretty fast. Okay, so the next thing was electronic circuits. So we'll put that there. We will set the production of that to electronic circuits, and that needs iron plate and copper cable. Well, handily we have some. So I can just, I don't need to worry about making this beautiful at this stage. I'm just trying to get the tutorial level done. So iron plate, copper cable, and we are producing circuit boards. Okay, so we'll put a box there, and we will pull off the circuit boards in there, and we'll wire it up to our grid. Let's try and make the grid a little bit more beautiful than we've been doing up until this point. Okay, so now we have circuit board production. Now that we have circuit board production, we can put another one of these, and let's just put it somewhere. We want it to be heading over here at some point. So how close can I get away with putting it? See whether I can do that. So this is the one that's going to make inserters. So it needs circuit boards, gear wheels, and iron plate. I don't really have the I'm not really doing this very smart, to be honest. I think I've made life hard for myself by putting two different materials on one belt here. I'm not leaving much space between everything. I think we need more iron plates, so let's get another electric mining drill going here. If we can fit it in, which we can't. Why wouldn't that fit? I can't just do that. You know what? That's good enough for now. Just get a little bit more iron plate production. So I need iron plate, cogs, and this. Okay, so let's. I feel like I've messed up my production a little bit here. Let's try this again. What we want is a bus. So the iron plate bus will go down here. And we want a bus that's just cogs as well. So maybe I'm just gonna redo all of this. Don't be afraid to start again. Okay, iron cog bus. Right. Then actually I don't need to do this here. All I can do, because I only need the copper wire for the circuit boards, which means I think, wait, where was I getting my copper plate from? I was getting it off here, and then I changed how I was doing that. Right. So actually, we want a copper plate bus. So let's get one of them. Now I feel like I probably want a gap between these. Although I think I can get away with it actually. So we'll get a copper plate here. And then do we have any long-handed inserters? Let's make a couple of those. Whoa. I haven't quite got the hang of a middle click to clear shortcut. So we'll put the two inserter shortcuts next to each other. So, okay. This here. And we're going to pull off from there. That will do that. And then we will get this out onto here. Oh, actually no, sorry, I said I didn't need to do that, didn't I? No. Make life easier for ourselves. We can just do that, and then that is producing that, so we can then just grab it straight from there, and then we could actually cheat and just use a long handle, I think. Yeah. So let's do that. Okay, so now we're producing circuit boards, and we will put them onto, whoops, to a bus like that, and hook this up. Let's try and get it. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to feel happier. I mean, the design in here is obviously terrible. Playing the game for real, we would do a better job. We do at least have our line of stuff that we want. Okay, so now we can build the inserters. So they need these 3 things. So, and we need to combine them when we actually make green science with the transport belts. So actually we'd like... This is currently in a terrible place actually, so... We can get them out now without too much trouble. Okay, so it's got the transport belts coming down here. Okay, so now we just need our one more thing, which I'm gonna put here, I guess. I'm gonna need to make some more of those. Wood. Let's chop down a few trees so we have the wood ready. Okay, I'll do for now. And this is producing inserters. Okay, so iron plate, iron gear wheel, electronic circuit. Iron plate. We don't. Okay, let's make a few more of these. Need more poles. Okay, so if we can just get these over here now. Okay, let's do these ones. I can produce a splitter. So let me... Oh well, I could if I had the iron plate. Let me practice doing that now because I've not worked with splitters at all. And I can just pick some iron plate up off here. And I think they are super useful. I do have some already. That should be enough for now. So a splitter is what's going to let me get stuff off a bus. So I think if I do, I've never used them before, but I'm guessing if I do that, yeah, okay, then we've split it. But I need to go underground and underneath this belt. That's not gonna be easy. How do I do that? So that takes it underground there. Eesh. How do I do this? Oh, I can see up in the map in the top right I've got bugs incoming. They're moving quite fast. Should I be worried? all seem good. Still got plenty of ammo on there, so I think I'm fine. Okay, splitters. How am I going to use the splitter to go under? I need to curl and go under at the same time. I can't do that. No, I can't do that, so I've got to do something like... So everything's going to be in the wrong place. Okay, let's try this. See whether it at least gets us going in the right direction or not. So I can then go underground here. And I can actually get there. And in fact, if I do that there, hang on, no, I just need to put a... How do I do this bit? Start this again. How do I think I have to delete this and recreate this again. Yeah, that's as far as I can go. Okay, if I do that, can I use a long-handled inserter? No, it's going to pick up from there. Ugh, I can't quite do that. Okay, we're learning. So let's just get rid of this for a second. Put this on here. Wait, if that can pick that up from there, then a long-handled one, yeah, it can, but it's got to go there, which is currently on the line of that belt. But that's fine, we'll do that. Get out of the way. We'll make that one in the middle there. This is our inserter. Okay, so we're getting those in. This actually doesn't need to go any further than there. And then an irregular inserter can just take that off there and put that in. So now we're building up those two, and so now it's just the cogs. And so for the cogs we do... we do the same thing? Can we do the same thing? If I do that, and that, can I just put an inserter here? And give it some power? The cogs coming through? Yes they are. Which means I can put this inserter here, and we are off. Awesome. So we are now building inserters. Great. And so we will put those on a little mini bus. Minibus. Right about here. And we will power this. Okay, so now we have the inserters and we have the conveyor belts that we need for green signs. We are getting there. So we need to build another assembling machine. Where were they? There. Do we just need one more? I think we just need one more for now. And this we can put, I guess, in the middle of the two things that it's going to use the outputs from. And it will produce green science. Perfect. And there we go. Okay. Now we should actually build a couple of these. Otherwise we're going to be waiting ages for green science. So, more assemblers. Where were they there? Let's make 5. We've got to think how we're going to get the product out, but yeah, we can do that. So we'll do 2 more. We will, same thing, take it off there, take it off there, take it off there, take it off there. So we will extend our belts down. And the electricity. Slightly confined, but I should be okay here. And select green science. Green science. Okay, so now we have 3 lots of production of green science, which we just need to get over to the far. There's a lot of bug activity. Let me just make sure everything is still happy up here. There are a lot of dead bugs up here. I'm pretty sure though this has actually worked really well, because they're all trying to get this gun turret and they can't get it because of the cliff. So they all just pile up here and then get shot, which is quite nice. I think we're still good there. I don't think we have to worry about that. How's our research doing though? Only 10%. Well, that's because I'm not putting any green science in here at the moment. So what we need to do is we really want to put some green science up here, I think, and then I think these inserters will just pull both the red and the green off the belt. So the question is though, because the inserters put it on the opposite side of the belt, how do I get it on this side? Okay, well first of all let's get a green science bus. So we're going to need some long-handled inserters to do that. Okay. So 3 of those. And we'll do that. And that. That. Okay. We will then make the bus like that. And let's see. So we can get it all the way up here. And then we're going to have to do something cunning to get those 2 bolts together. Do we have any kind of merger? We've got a splitter, but no merger. Maybe we stop trying to be clever. Yeah, we don't need to be clever. We're trying to be too clever. We can just chop some trees down. We're just going to go into the labs from the other side. Much easier. How far do I need to go? Ah, tree's in the way. Tree. Can't reach. Okay. And bring her up. Of course, I put it in the wrong position. It should have been 1 further over. Oh my god. Come on. So here needs to be the bendy one. There we go. Inserters going that way. And some electricity. So hopefully, yep, they will grab that. And let's load up this with what I had in my inventory. And then there we go. So now we are researching this because we're supplying it with both science packs. So hooray! And this should start ticking up much faster now. We do have producing more red science, I think, than we can use. So, and in fact, yeah, the green science is piling up. So I think we can build more labs as well, which will speed up the process even more. I need some iron gear wheels. Okay, I know where to supply those. So let's build, I don't know, lots. Although I don't think we can fit them all in. So for now, I'll just plan on doing 3 more. Don't want that to get in the way. So we'll have a little bit of overlap. That's fine. There. And we'll pull that off there. 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 And there. And there. And there. Okay. 17%. Okay, we are going up faster. Okay, so while that does its thing, the game suggested that maybe we would like to wipe out a bug nest so that we don't keep getting attacked, which sounds like a really scary thing to do. So, I think before I do that, I would want to have lots of ammunition. So I've got a fair chunk of ammo. So it's space. So let's go have a look. Let's save the game. Just in case. They are pretty... Whoa. Oh. Oh no. No. Oh my god, I'm dead. Ah! Well, thank god I saved. Yikes. Okay. They were kind of hard. I thought I was doing well there until that thing came at me. Maybe if I go this side. Maybe I can stay away from any biters that are going to come in from the east. There we go. Alright, one down. One less thing to worry about. Yeah, I guess rather than building walls and fortifying myself, I could just have gone and exterminated them all, but this load of biters over here seems worse. So I'm not so sure about that one. I'm kind of inclined just to let them come. I'm fortified. I'm pretty happy. Okay, how's the research doing? 23%. It is slow. In fact, the problem now is red science. Which is not surprising, given we only set up one. So maybe we should set up some more of that. In fact, it's not even building any. What went wrong? Copper plate and iron gear wheels. Probably when I destroyed all of this, I inadvertently destroyed my... Right, because I had it all on one belt, didn't I? Ah, oops. Slight problem. Okay, we can do this. How can we do this? We're a little space constrained in here now, to say the least. Okay, let's just dig up all of this. Red science. What if myself enough space. Okay. Let's do this. Let's extend the bus down here-ish. Let's go let's go underground. Is this the edge of the map? I've reached the edge of the tutorial map. Okay, that's fine. We might even be able to then put all the science onto one bus, which would be good. So let's see. Let's see. So I want. Do I want to do that side? I want to do that side. I'm going to do this side. So I have 1, 2, 3. Red science. Red science. Red science. Let's get some power down here. We're going to need power over here as well, because we're going to need some inserters. Let's bring these all the way down. All the way down. And now, each one is going to have one of them and a long-handled one. Iron plate and regular inserters. Whoa, can build lots. It's okay, I only need 3. And then the long-handled ones can grab that. That's good enough for now. So now, I think they are all producing red science. And to get it off, we just want to actually, can I move that over one? One. Suppose it doesn't. Oh no, that's where I want the. Yes, I can put that there. And put that one there. Ooh, or maybe not there. Maybe there. Okay. And then I can build this up here. Is one going to cut it? I was going to put it on the far side of the belt. Well, actually, we could just send it up this side. With a little. I need more of them. That's 2. That's all we need. Oh, it builds 4. Okay. Then turn this. We've just got enough space, I think. Do that. And then some inserters to take that out of there. And pop it on there. And then we have the red signs going up there. And we should be back in business. Whew, okay. There we go, that looks much better. Okay, so all 6 labs are now going. 35, how fast are we ticking up? Still not fast enough, it takes 30 seconds to produce 1 unit. And we need 200. So with 6 going, that means we get 1 unit every 5 seconds. Which means probably every 10 seconds, I think, this should tick up. Seems slower than that, though. Yeah, that's taking longer than 10 seconds to go. Oh, but I'm in pause. It does pause the game on the text screen. So I think that's going to about, yeah, every 10 seconds, which means, 700 seconds to finish off. 10 minutes. Ugh. I'll build more labs. Can I build more labs? Why has this stopped doing anything here? Because this is all full up here. We're processing way more copper plate than we need. So I could probably squeeze in another lab here. So I'm going to do that. Let's keep that one going. But let's extend this. Actually, let's put the lab down first. And then extend this up here. I think we only need to go as far as that. And then one more inside. That pole's in the way. Okay, that's fine, we'll go up one more. No power. Power. There we go, got one more lab in there. The red science is not looking so hot though. What's going on down here? We are producing it. 5.5 seconds to produce one of them. Okay, well let's build another red science production place then. We have the materials by the looks of it. And red science. Okay, that's doing its thing. So we make sure all of these are actually working. So that does one every 5.5 seconds. How fast is green science production? Why has it stopped? Oh no. Inserters. We are not producing inserters because we've run out of iron plate. Uh-oh, what's happened to our iron plate supply? It's all getting pilfered by these guys. Oh, I think it's probably because I nicked... Well, I don't know. Is it because I took all that ammo, which was maybe backed up all the way to here? I'm very nervous to deactivate my ammo production. I would rather rather increase the iron production. How can I clear... Oh, did this not work because this was in the way? If I take this pole out for a second, can I squeeze in another mining drill there? Yes, I can. Okay, let's do that. Okay. I don't know why I did this arrangement here. Although these things... Yeah, because I could probably squeeze in another mining drill up here as well. Let's try that. Let's get rid of that, 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 get rid of that. And now... on there. One there. Power. Whoops. Power. Okay, so that's as much. Oh, but this is putting on the wrong side of the belt. That is part of the problem. Needs to go on the far side of the belt. Ooh. That's the problem right there. Only these bottom two effectively are doing anything. Oh no. How do I fix this? I need an inserter to... but I've not got enough room to do that. Maybe if I dig that up... I'm not sure this is gonna do anything actually. Then again, maybe. Where is that other stuff going? Yeah, it is all going on that side. Okay, that works. Somehow it works. I'm not quite sure how. But that is good enough. Okay, and now all 8 of these are going. Alright, that looks better. Of course, at some point I'm going to exhaust these deposits here, which is not going to be great. Let's hope I've done everything I need. Okay, so red science and green science is looking good. We're now getting a more steady supply of inserters for the green science production. Yeah, it's still dealing with this backlog here. That's okay. How are we doing? 89%. Alright. Of course, we've still got one more precondition technology to research, and then automobilism itself. So really in this game, I mean, you just want to build as many of these things as you can. What is going on up here? Oh, we got bugs here. Did the bugs get that far before? That doesn't ring any bells. Do we have ammo in here? We do. Yeah. Maybe that's okay. Maybe they are old corpses. But just in case... Oh no, look, we have more iron ore over here if we need it. So yeah, that's good. But I'm going to try and get away without it. I think. Because getting it all into the smelting thing up here is going to be tricky. Oh, this one has exhausted its resources. That's sad. 608, 124. Maybe I do need to get it going. Okay, we can do that. We can do that without too much difficulty, I think, actually. Unless biters are going to start attacking it. We're going to... Oh, logistics finished. Yay. Okay, so now engine. Start research. So once we've researched engine, which should take less time, only 15 seconds and we only need 100 of them, then we'll be able to do this, which is somewhere between engine and the other one in terms of efficiency. Okay, electric mining drill. Let's make some more of these if we can. So iron plate and electronic circuits. My iron plate supply wasn't great. I'm gonna steal what we've got. Plenty of electronic circuits there. Okay, build 2 more. That will give us 3 altogether. Which is a good enough start. So 10k, 12, 13, 16. So 16. Do that. We will get a belt. Cannot reach, okay. Fair enough. Now we need to get this up here. So actually, let's just get rid of that wall for now. Just need to get it up here. And then go under. Oop. We can do it. And then go up. Can we actually just bypass this and go... Will that put it on there? Yeah, I think it will. Let's try. So let's get power poles. Oops. I can't keep it in a nice square pattern because I put those too close together. So you know what, let's dig that up. Doesn't have to be perfectly efficient. Okay, so now we've got that going. Let's put a turret here. There. And let's... do we have another splitter? Here we do. Oops. So we'll get some going this way, hopefully. Yep. We need to do the underground thing, so we need more iron plates for that. Okay, more research done. Okay, so let's start researching the final thing then. In the meanwhile, we can build 2 more of those. And power. Oh, that needs repairing. That must have been one of the damaged ones I picked up earlier. Okay, that's fine. There we go. And then for safety, we will build a wall. And we should be able to go get some more. Actually, let's just check our new iron supply is going in okay. It seems to be. Looks like, yeah, that's exhausted. And that is exhausted. So, in fact, we can now just move these to here. Which is going to be good. How are we doing? Yes, walls. Check our wall supply. We should still have some left. Lovely. Why am I zigzagging all over the place? That offends me. Let me fix this up. There we go. Okay. So now we are completely walled in on that side. Just in case anything comes for us that way. I don't actually think it will. But it might. You never know. How are these looking? These are all armed up. 10, 10, 10 ammo. Okay. No damage to speak of. I think just taking out that little nest above us was pretty useful. 32% of the way there. Okay, we get in there. How's everything looking? Red science, it looks good. It's backing up. Green science is okay. Actually, I think what you can do, I think what Kibitz was doing was just loading the science into the first lab and then having inserters going from one lab to the next. Yeah, which is probably a good way of doing it. We are still getting bug attacks. Where are they? Must be coming in there. Possibly from this this base up here. Yeah, look, we can see him over there. Advantage of a small map. Oh, and here they come. It's pretty cool that you can zoom that far out. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I think it is just now a case of waiting for that science to complete, which won't take too long. Halfway there. Yeah, so I guess once we start playing for real, we definitely want to get a good setup for all of these basic products. There's a ton of stuff to automate. And we want to automate in a way that's expandable as well. So getting some tips from this is probably good. So I mean, this just has one incoming line with ore, and it's serving 8 furnaces. So 15 items per second. What do the furnaces burn at? Half a second. No, crafting speed. Wait, crafting speed. So I think that means it takes half a second to craft a stone furnace, and when the stone furnace is crafting stuff, it's 1 per second. I guess we should be able to 2, 3, and it consumes 1 per second. 1,000, 2,000, 3. Yeah. 2. A bit longer than that. It's producing iron plate. Okay. So iron plate takes 3.2 seconds to craft. Where are these crafting times? So 3.2 seconds to craft it. And it will pull off one, so it's going to pull off 1 iron ore off the belt every, call it 3 seconds. 8. Oh, my math's not that good. There's too many decimals involved. I need a calculator. Yeah, because yeah, so what I'm trying to do is work out how many of these furnaces a single belt could supply. Or I guess actually what the input rate would have to be. Jeez, yeah, it's quite hard to do the calculations. However, for now, we don't need to worry about it. We are just in the tutorial. I guess in Satisfactory I did calculate the ratios because it was easier to do there. This feels like it's quite tricky to do. But maybe it's something you just get used to as you play more of it. Okay, we must be nearly there, 90%. Do we think this is going to be the last objective, or are we going to have another objective after we finish this one? I think that surely this is going to be the last objective, because this has been a massive tutorial. This one level must have taken me, I don't know, 2 hours? 3 hours to complete? So I'm guessing the next tutorial is where we're going to maybe build cars and trains, maybe? Let's see. 96. So I'm trying to work out if the crafting speed of the stone furnace is 1. How does that... Okay, automobilism finished. Oh, there's another objective. Build a car. Okay, well I suppose we couldn't really do automobilism and not build a car. So, do we have a car recipe somewhere now? Yes. 20 iron plate. Oh my god. Steel plate and engine unit. The tutorial's still going. This is a bit ridiculous for a tutorial. I kind of want to get into the game proper and just start building up a base myself from scratch. I guess I could quit out of this tutorial, but I've started it, so I have to finish it. Okay, well the iron plate is fine. Steel plate. I think it said we needed to research a technology to be able to do steel plate, but we have already done that, so that is good. So we need to smelt steel from iron plates. Now fortunately we've got loads of iron plates and we've got a bit of space here. So how do we do that? Will a stone furnace do that? Do we have any built? Don't see any. Let's just build one. Let's see whether this will do the job. The thing is I'm going to need... Do we have an electric furnace yet? I know that's a thing. Bet we don't. Can I research it by any chance? No. Not in this tutorial. Okay, well I might as well research something to make use of my research. So let's increase our physical projectile damage and then maybe we can go take out a base or something. So we're going to need steel plate and we're going to need coal. Oh my god. Or we don't, or we just craft it. Maybe we just craft it. Stop trying to automate everything. It's a tutorial. Oh no, but I have to smelt it. I think that's the only way to make... I think that's the only way to make steel plate. Made in stone furnace, steel furnace, electric furnace. It's going to have to be a stone furnace. But we could load it up manually though. So maybe we just do that, given we don't need very much. So, stone furnace. Let's put some fuel in. And let's put some iron plate in. And it's doing nothing because I haven't picked a recipe. Okay. How do I pick a recipe? How do I pick a recipe? I thought I clicked it to pick a recipe. Shouldn't it be prompting me for the recipe? What am I doing wrong? Iron plates and coal. Steel and coal for what? Okay, so I am trying to build a car. You don't know how to make steel yet. I do know how to make steel plate. So I just need 5 iron plates. And I can make it in a stone furnace. So I should be able to set... Yeah, I should be able to set the recipe, right? I just click on it. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? If I click on that one, can I change the recipe of this? Nope, right click. Let's have a quick look. Nothing, I'm doing nothing wrong. Thank you, I'm glad to hear that. Sanity check. Let me see if there's anything in here for changing recipes. No, that's not blueprints. Can't change a furnace recipe. Should make steel by putting iron in the furnace. You just put something in it to smelt. Yeah, that's what I thought. That is super strange. So it's saying status no recipe. Maybe I've put the wrong thing in. Iron plate, coal. Iron plate. I'm going crazy. Why? Why, Factorio? Yeah. If in doubt, try again. Let's put it near some of its friends. Maybe it likes being near its friends. Maybe that will make it happier. Or maybe I confused it by putting the fuel in first. Let's try it this way around. Nope. I did not. These are showing a recipe, whereas this is showing nothing. Yeah. Maybe it is something weird about the tutorial. Seems strange that I wouldn't be able to finish it. Well, maybe this is the excuse that I'm looking for to quit the tutorial early. Research tree, sure. So this is all that it's giving me. I've researched steel processing, Allows you to smelt steel from iron plates. Yep. The only things I haven't done are weapon shooting speed, physical projectile damage, steel axe, increased mining speed, heavy armor, electronics. You know what? Let's do a quick Google. Google to the rescue. Factorio tutorial. Can't make steel. There is nothing immediately coming up in Google. You trying it as well? Oh, cool, thanks. How much of the game have you played yourself? How far in are you? $3K hours? Are you serious? The sad thing is, I could actually quite easily believe that. Having played Satisfactory for not 3,000 hours, but definitely well over 100. Oh, look at this. We do have biters coming over here. Interesting. Where are they coming from? Last nest way up there? They must be attracted by the turret, I guess. Well, it's fine. So how recently did they add this tutorial, do you know? Was this a version 1 thing that they added? Maybe I just did something that... 1.0, okay, yeah. Maybe I just did something that bugged it out. Yeah, I guess if it's a 1.0 thing, it's... yeah, it could well have issues. Okay, that's fine. How far to the end of this tutorial am I, out of interest? Do you do anything after building the car, or is that the end of the tutorial? It seems to keep going forever and ever. One more. Yeah, I know there's a 5th one. I'm just thinking within the 4th tutorial whether there's any more objectives after building a car. Don't think so. Okay. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I get the idea of what we're supposed to do. All right, that's a good excuse to bail there, I think. Let me save where I got to. Maybe I'll try going back again at some point and seeing whether I can get that working. But that's not a big deal. Okay, so quit game. Is quit game quit this game? Yes. Okay. So single player, new game, free play. That's what I really want to do. Oh, it's not even gonna let me do the next tutorial without beating this one. Oh man, that's annoying. Okay, that's fine. Railways are, yeah. Railways are a bit further on in the game, so yeah, and I've watched a few YouTube videos already to get the basics of how the train stuff works, so I'm sure I can figure that out when I get there. So, why don't we actually start free play? Your task is to launch a rocket into space. Start from nothing, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. Okay. Free play with a couple of creation modifications. Okay. Default settings. Okay, so medium resource stuff. medium terrain stuff. Enemies. Increase the starting area. Okay. Why increase the starting area? Is it just a bit too stressful? Enemy expansion off. Yeah, I mean, they start pretty close. I'm in two minds on this. Like, almost the thing that turned me off originally about Factorio when I tried it in early access like 3 years ago was the enemy stuff. It's like, oh, but I could spend hours building this fantastic base, and then a load of biters get in and destroy it, and that's just gonna suck. And one of the things I liked about Satisfactory is that there's no enemies at all, and it's purely about optimizing your factory production. So I'm kind of tempted to do that, but at the same time, it feels like this game is it's designed to have the enemies in, and having the weapons and upgrading all of that stuff as well feels like part of it. So I don't think I want to go in peaceful, but I also am tempted just to take the defaults and just roll with it. I don't know if you've watched Kibitz. He's streaming a playthrough of Factorio at the moment, and I actually missed, or well, I didn't follow the first episode where he set all these parameters, but I think he basically ramped up all the enemy stuff up to max, and he seems to be having an insane time. I'm definitely not doing that. Okay, sorry, let me read what you've typed here. So, okay, you recommend increasing the starting area size. Under Advanced tab, Research queue to always. Oh, so what does this setting do? Research queue availability after the game is finished. What would that do by default? A 6-sided. Oh, okay. So with this set to this, I can only queue up one item in the research at a time. And what? I've got to beat the game once before I unlock a proper queue? Okay. Yeah. I agree with you on that. I'll go with that. Okay, what else have you said here? Enemy expansion off. So this is they will increase the size of their bases, I guess. Oh, the maximum distance enemies will look to expand from other enemy bases. Keeps new bases from forming. The minimum size of an enemy expansion partly modified by the current evolution level. Okay, let me think about that. Rail maps have expansion off. What are rail maps? The other bases will grow. Oh, what should I do? Death World. Yeah, Death World not happening. Ribbon World, Rail World. Can you change these settings after you start the game? Like, could I start with the defaults? And if it's just too hard, then go back and change them after? No. Oh. Okay, so if I turn off enemy expansion, then just the starting bases that they have will just stay as the starting bases. Is that right? Okay, so no new bases. I think that's what you said earlier. Right. Okay. Yeah. I can live with that, I think. All right. Yeah, I will push that out a bit. 200%. And evolution, that's the bugs getting tougher, right? How fast it increases over time. How fast it increases due to destroying them. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen this in Kibitz's videos. Pollution factor, how fast it increases due to producing pollution. Okay, that seems okay. Is that okay? That doesn't seem terrible. I do tend to take my time, but surely even I can, if the slider's way down here and it can go all the way up here, give it a whirl. Alright, let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a whirl. Anything else I feel like tweaking? Yeah, I don't want to make recipes expensive. Research queue availability, that sounds sensible. Pollution, yeah, keep that on, it's part of the game. Everything else is defaults. Alright, let's go. Thank you for your suggestions, by the way. Oh no! Yeah, Kibitz was hating the cliffs, but yeah, exactly. Good to have them sometimes. Like I found on that last tutorial, you could actually get the biters kind of heading for the cliffs by putting a gun on the other side of them, and then they can't actually get across the cliffs, and the gun was just shooting them. So that was quite effective. So yeah, natural barrier doesn't seem like a terrible thing. Okay, this is the Factorio free play. Your task is to launch a rocket into space. Sounds easy. You will need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. Okay. Okay, more tips and tricks. I've read a bunch of those. We will not read any more for now. And off we go. So I have a pistol with 2 bullets in it. That's going to be fantastic. Okay, so no biter bases. No biter bases in sight, or is that just because I don't have radar yet? Or would I see biter bases that were within this area? Okay, good to know. I will wait for it to stop burning. In the meantime, let's go chop down some trees. I would see. Okay, so no biters anywhere close. Press Alt on the map. Oh, sorry, yeah. Okay. Great, cool. Thank you. Right. Okay, and I've got 10 bullets. Awesome. So I'm assuming that the biters won't even start coming for me until my pollution reaches the nests. Is that right? Could just control click them. Ah, okay. Okay. I have a bit of time, but they'll still come for me. Oh, only when my pollution gets there. Okay. So I've effectively got infinite time at the beginning. Is that right? As long as I don't start producing a ton of pollution. They will when the pollution hits them. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so what have we got? We got iron ore down here, coal there, more iron ore there, copper there, stone, load of iron ore over there. Oh yeah, big load of iron ore over there. But fairly spread out. Yeah. I guess this is what I can see on my screen at the moment, right? Is that right? No, it's not. Not quite. But I get an idea of size. Okay, so I think I'm going to want to... Yeah, this is annoying because the resources are all over here, but the water is over here that I'm going to want for my electricity. Is that any kind of water there at all, or is that just something else? My god, I'm so tiny. I'm so teeny! So teeny tiny in a giant world. Wow, lots of trees as well. Holy moly. Okay, so right, there's the iron down there, there's the coal up there. Loads of water there. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm happy with going with just whatever it throws at me and just adapting. Okay, I'm assuming the size of the body of water doesn't matter particularly much, and that'll be fine for generating electricity. So, what makes more sense? To keep my main factory over here and then bring the electricity over? Or do it the other way around? Water is infinite. Until I cover it up. I can cover up the water. Okay. What makes more sense? Probably I'm thinking factory over here because I'm guessing it's going to cost more to build the belts to move all of this stuff over here than it is to build a bunch of electricity pylons to bring electricity over here. Plus, I guess initially I'm probably not starting with electricity. I'm going to have to deal with ore. Power poles are cheap. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you. Alright, slightly overwhelming to start with. Alright, let's think what we're going to do. So, we've got a little bit of stuff. So I guess we want to start automating the basics. So iron plate. Basically what we were doing in the tutorials. Anything that doesn't have its own things. So getting coal, getting iron ore, smelting the iron ore, doing all that kind of stuff. Get the coal over to the generator. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh my god, this is so overwhelming to start with. Alright. Steam engine. Boiler. Power poles, wood and copper cable. God. Okay. Let's start with the iron ore. So, a burner mining drill. Or do I want that for the coal, actually? I probably want that for the coal, because if I'm using burner stuff, everything needs fuel, so I want my coal automated. Back up to the coal. Do 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 do. Okay, let's chop down some trees. Can I control click? No. Okay, I gotta do that with right clicking. Cannot reach. Fair enough, I guess. Okay, clear a little path. Get rid of this tree in the middle. Okay. So let's put that down there as well. How fussy do I want to be about where I build it? I guess I should build it on the most stuff to start with. 9.5 there. 9.5 there. Oops. We need fuel. Gotta bootstrap it. Okay, so we can bootstrap that. Yeah, let's just get it doing its thing. Okay, what do I want then? I'm gonna wanna... What am I gonna wanna do? I am gonna wanna put it in a box. So let's build a box. Okay, we are mining coal and putting it in a box. Oh, this is so... Starting steps. Alright, so the next thing I think I want to do is I want to build another mining drill, which is going to need gear wheels, and that's going to need iron. Still getting used to where these things are. Iron plate. We start with some iron plate. Do I want to use my iron plate on this? Oh, but it says, yeah, it would use it for me, but I need 9 and I've only got 8. Jeez. Brain. Come on, brain. Let's go, I think we need to go mine some iron. So let's go do that. Run. Okay. Mining by hand. I remember the days in Satisfactory when I mined by hand. Oh, the good old days. Not. How much iron ore should I get? Start with 10. Okay. Start with 10. I need more iron plate to build another drill, so I need to smelt it. So... I'm gonna put my smelter... Oh god, I don't know. I'm gonna put it in my hotbar first. Just gonna whack it down here. Okay, let's hope this doesn't have the same bug as the tutorial. There we go. I'm tempted now to put these iron plates in there and see whether they get crafted, but that's... Oh no, I can't anyway because I don't have steel. Okay, good. You're doing your thing with your iron plate. Let's take that. I can control click. Okay, so... Ooh, burner mining drill. We have now used our stone furnace, however, so I need more stone. And the stone is down here. That's copper. That That is stone. Now I'm happy I took your advice to push out the starting biter bases a bit further. Okay. Good, we can build 2 of them. Let's build 2 of them then. Okay, what else? Okay, we can make our burner mining drill. So let's do that. Okay. I think we want to then... Oops, trees. I think we then want to get mining the iron. Let's make a bunch of these. Okay, miner. 4.8k. I saw the... Where was that? 5.2. Okay, 6.2. It doesn't really matter too much. This is all going to end up getting moved anyway. Let's get rid of that tree there. Okay, so we need fuel to power the drill, but then it's going to put its stuff in there. So let's go pick up some fuel. Pick up this as well. Let's go pick up some fuel from our coal mining operation way up here. How much did it produce? 32. Okay, let's split that and get it mining some more, and back down here. Oh, it's going to be a happy day when I've got the basics automated. Put that in there. Alright, so now we're mining coal and we're mining iron ore. And I'm going to put this down here because I'm going to be smelting stuff when I pick up that iron ore. In fact, what do I need for an inserter? Oh god, electronic circuit. Copper cable. Okay, so we really need to still be building some more of these miners because we need to mine copper as well. Learning the game is stressful enough without having them come in and destroy all your stuff right away. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Just want to kind of get that sweet spot where you've got enough time to get your initial base up and be comfortable, and preferably get a wall around it and some turrets, I guess, and then start encountering the biters. That feels like it would be a yeah, a good place. Okay. You don't use walls? Okay. Why don't you use walls? Waste of time. I don't know. I kind of like walls and turrets. Walls to stop them attacking my turrets, no? I don't know. I guess most of what I know about Satisfactory has come from watching Kibitz in his video series, and I guess because he's playing on insane mode, he's got like double thick walls with rows of turrets behind them. So that's kind of now programmed into my brain as that's the way I need to play the game. But yeah, true. I guess on a less challenging difficulty setting, you can get away with just turrets. Okay. I can build another one already. Oh, that's good. What did I need to do that? I don't know. Okay, fine, good. Walls look nice. They do look nice. I agree. You play this game as well, Dark Coupon? How much time have you put into it? We could deal with the fuel. So much running around. But you knew when he started playing after 1.0? Okay. How are you finding it so far? Have you played Satisfactory or... yeah, have you played Satisfactory before? You love it? Okay, we're starting to get not quite self-sustaining coal production, but... actually, do I need to refuel this? How's this doing? Yeah, probably better. Refuel that. Oh my god, there's going to be a lot of running from one resource dump to the next. Alright, that's fine. Where are we going to put this? 4.7, 5.2, 6.8, 6.8, 6.8, looking good. Fuel her up. Off she goes. Put a crate there. Okay, we are now producing. We are now automatically mining 3 resources. Next, stone. So, same again. Iron plate, iron gear wheel. So I'm going to need a bunch of iron plate. Lots of iron plate. So I'm going to need to smelt... Oh, I'm actually okay, but let me grab some stone while I'm here there. Played Satisfactory a bit. You prefer Factorio to Satisfactory though? Let's go to 10 actually. 10. Look at my little spot of light in the darkness. Okay. Let's pick up the iron ore. I got no fuel unless I want to use my wood. Don't want to use my wood. Not really. I'm gonna go get more coal. And I guess I want to keep refueling this as well so it keeps doing its thing. Only mined 35 since last time. But it's still got 26 in there. Okay, have a bit more. Take that. Factorio agrees with you more. Fair enough. Yeah, I started with Factorio in early access 3 years ago. I think I played, I don't know how much I played, a decent amount. And then I think it just got too overwhelming for me. I think I was at the point where I was trying to produce 3 different kinds of science and my base was too small. It was all too crowded, and so I was going to have to destroy it all. And at that point I was just like, okay, it's early access, I'm bailing. But then when I saw Satisfactory, it was like, oh, okay, 3D version with no enemies. That sounds interesting. So I tried that and loved it. Absolutely loved Satisfactory. And then, yeah, when I saw Factorio had hit 1.0, it's like, okay, let me go back to Factorio now and give that a whirl again. Because I think having played a lot of Satisfactory now, I like this more. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we need some more. We need some iron plate. So let's get doing that. Stick all of that in there. Oh, I can only put 50 in at once. Okay, fine. So we'll let you do your thing, and then our plan was to, okay, build more mining drills, but we can't do that. So we've got the iron plates. Okay. Just have to wait for the iron plate. What else can we be doing? Is it too early to think about science? Maybe not. we should get a copper plate going as well, right? So let's go over here and whack a... Wait, I don't have a stone furnace. I thought I built an extra one. I don't know. There. I got no fuel again, do I? Fuel! Want more fuel. That's only got 6 fuel left as well. Okay, let me dump all of this stuff in. Oh! It's using my wood. Do I want it to use my wood? That's fine for now. Sure. There's plenty of trees around, I can always mine more of that if I need it. Okay, so we've got copper plate going, we've got iron plate going. We're trying for another burner mining drill so we can automate the stone extraction. So yeah, starting off automating the extraction of all of the basic resources. And in the case of iron and copper, producing the plates from them. Okay, that seems sensible. Okay, we're maxed out on that anyway now, so that's good. Okay. Let's stick some more fuel in there to keep that going. Oh, actually, is that going to max out at 50 as well? Oh, we're out of iron ore. Not a problem, got plenty more where that came from. Okay, so I think now we should have enough for another burner drill. Yep. So that means we can go and start extracting stone. Do 5.6, 6.3, 6.5. Yeah, 6.5, that'll do. And a box. And some fuel. And off we go with the stone. Okay. Okay. So we got some plate. What is going to be the next plan? Electricity. We've actually, yeah, we're starting to get all of the makings now for the electricity, so we should do that. Because filling stuff up with coal is a pain in the rear end. So, now this is where I'm going to need to start figuring out ratios of stuff. So I know I'm going to need a pump. It consumes steam, and I'm going to need a boiler. So I need another stone furnace. So before I run away from the stone, let's get some of that. Let's just build a bunch more stone furnaces while we can. Okay. So one boiler, one steam engine, one offshore pump. Offshore pump can water 20 boilers. Thank you. That's super useful. Each boiler can run 2 steam engines. Okay, so one pump, 20 boilers. which is 40 steam engines. Okay, so a single pump is more than enough to be going on with. Okay. We're out of fuel. And obviously I don't have any with me. Unless I'm going to use more wood. I suppose I could. Let's take some wood out. Okay. Let me, before I run all the way to the water, let me pick up, well, let me get this doing its thing. Take that. It's got plenty of coal. Go get some more coal. We'll make sure that's still doing its thing. Okay. And yep, we're maxed out there anyway. So cool. Alright. Stop it. Filling it up just as I take it. Alright, off to the water. If you face two coal miners towards each other, they'll feed each other. Ah! Smart. Interesting. Ah, okay. Yeah, interesting. It's a nice tip. I was thinking about whether it was worth trying to build a belt to feed them and build an inserter, but you're right, I don't even need to do that. Okay, so I guess I should keep this as close to my base as possible. Not that it's going to make much difference, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so let's... Oh no, I don't want to build one. I always end up clicking this thinking for some reason this is my inventory. Okay, boiler and steam engine. Okay, so water pump. Daisy chain, about 14 of them. Okay. Alright. I'm going to try pushing electric. I guess I can put the boiler right next to it. Right? I don't even need a... At least I can if I'm not standing there. It is currently 11 PM here. So Bermuda is Eastern Time +1. Okay, so I can do either. Let's just do that. Now. Oh, this needs fuel. Right. Wow, that eats fuel fast. Holy moly. And this is flashing at me because I don't have anything hooked up to it. Maybe. No, not in England. Bermuda, out in the middle of the Atlantic. I'm assuming I just need power poles. Let's make some power poles. As many as we can. Right, okay, cool, thanks. So let's keep all the power related stuff over this end. So what am I wanting to do? I'm wanting to use power to automate the extraction of coal first. I can make an electric mining drill. Excellent. Let's make 2 of those now, while I can. Why is it not doing anything? Have I hooked it up right? Because I'm not drawing any power from it? Right, okay. What am I going to do? Am I going to keep these tight or am I going to spread them out? I guess at this stage of the game I should spread them out. Oh, they will? Okay. Wait, hang on. That one didn't. Let me get the next one right. Ah, sweet. Oops, except that one didn't because I think I got knocked by that thing. Ah, man, thank you. I'd have been playing the whole game. Ah, no, it's disrupted my perfect line of power poles. How dare it? How dare you, sir? Can I have... Oh, I can get rid of you. Great. Good. Gone. Yep. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. How far are we? Oh my god. What a time saver. I would have been manually placing those for the whole game. Alright. So... I am now going to go into OCD mode and make sure everything is very perfectly lined up. Which means I'm going to go down from this second power pole and I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, up we go. Probably going to need 2 lines of them anyway. Okay, time to clear the trees. Yeah. There's nothing worse than kind of, you know, you get your starting factory all going and it's kind of good enough and then it just gets to the point where it's not good enough and it's like, oh no, if I want this to do its thing and look good, I've now got to tear the whole thing down and start again. It's like, I have to do it. It has to look good. Can't be dealing with spaghetti factories. Cool, no problem. Okay, so we are almost here. So we are just going to keep this as neat as possible. And we're going to put the drills around the power poles. Where am I? Where am I? I'm lost in the forest. Okay. That will do, I think. Well, no, let's stick one more down. Power first. And then drills placed around power. Because these are the things that, if you place them second, end up just going any old place. Alright. That looks pretty anyway. Electric drill time. Wait, we did make one, didn't we? We made 2. So let's put that there. Actually, I want to clear that. I want to put those drills next to each other. Right. So let's think about this. Let's get rid of the burner mining drill and get rid of that. And let's put up 1 electric drill. And how are we going to do this? So we are going to put everything onto 1 belt coming out of here, I think. Well, what's the production like? Okay, that drops off quite significantly from there to there. I can't put that there because I guess it's overlapping with that power pole. Okay. So I actually can't stack them inside the power poles anyway. So given that, I can put stuff straight onto a belt. I'm going to end up moving these anyway, so I probably shouldn't agonize over this. But I'm going to anyway. Oh, I didn't mean to click then. Oh well, fine, that's where you're going. Done. Okay, you did a thing and then you stopped because we don't have anywhere to put anything. Great. Okay. So we are underway. We are producing 960 kilowatts and using 90, which makes sense because the maximum consumption of this is 90 kilowatts. Okay. So we've got enough for about 10 of these. Okay, we need to start thinking about belts soon. I can build 1. Iron plate, iron gear wheel. Okay, so the next thing is going to be iron. Doing the same thing with iron. So I'm going to need more poles. Probably going to need to chop down a lot more trees as well. Okay, let's do that. Let's keep it nice and neat. So let's get this side of it. Down we go. Oh my god, that's so easy. I'm so happy. Okay. Now. Same thing. There. Okay. Okay. Actually, oh no, I do need a network because but hang on, I made a mistake. So maximum spread makes sense for covering large distances, but does not make sense when you want to make sure everywhere within here has power. Because leaving gaps, I wonder if I can get away with it. I can probably get away with it for now, but yeah, leaving gaps in the power grid is going to be a problem if I ever want to put an inserter or anything else that needs power in one of those gaps. It's fine for now. So let's pick that up, pick that up. Let's just get this doing its thing. While we put down the electric drill. And a similar thing, we're going to have one belt coming out. So there is fine. The one place where there's no. So we'll do that. And put a box. And now we have electrical extraction of iron. So now we're using 180 because we've got 2 of the things. And we're still good with the electricity production. Awesome. Okay. So I think I want to do the same for copper. Iron plate, copper plate. That's all the basic stuff. So what do I need for that? 3 electronic circuits. Okay, which is going to be copper. Okay, so let's go pick up my copper. And if I'm lucky, I'll have enough already to make another one. While I'm thinking about it, let me save this. So I've got a bit of copper plate there. Not as much as I would have liked. Oh, I can click on the thing. I don't have to. Ah, lovely. Actually, let's take that out and put some coal in. Okay. Ah, this is good. Look, we're starting to be able to build stuff. Starting to get going. Okay, we can build 2 more electric mining drills, so let's do that. We need more power poles. How are we going to do the grid? We're going to come down from here? No, we're not, because that's way over there. So we're going to come across from here. Probably going to need more power poles though, I think. Well, maybe we're okay, we've got 18. Wait. Oh, they need copper cable as well. Ooh. Copper cable needs copper plate. Makes sense. Power lines. Okay, can build a bunch more now. Okay. That should be enough. Alright, so we certainly want maximum spacing going across here. Yeah. I guess we're going to build a factory in here anyway, so the spacing is going to want to change anyway, but we're good for now. Pick you up, pick you up. Let's put the electric mining drill somewhere 6.3. Doesn't matter that I'm putting it on the edge of the deposit here. For the time being, that is going to be just fine. Okay, and we should probably... Is there any reason... Yeah, let's do this properly. I need transport belts. That is going to be the next thing. everything together. This is not doing anything, so let's do that. Get that smelting. There is the stone. I guess we might as well do the stone as well down here. Electric miner on everything. We have one more, so that's fine. We've got plenty of power poles, so that's fine. So let's put that there. Okay. And we'll dig this up. And we'll dig this up. And our last electric miner for now. Yeah, let's keep the mining. I'm thinking about the mining conveyor belts going horizontally with miners above and below them feeding onto them. I'll just keep that consistent. I could turn it around, but yeah, not worth worrying about this stage. So 5.9k on the edge. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so now that's going, and we put a box there. Now we've got stone extraction electrically. And we're still perfectly fine for power. Okay, so this is starting to look quite nice. Nice orthogonal power lines. Makes me happy. I'm assuming biters are still not a concern. I think we're still absolutely fine. Alright. Next. Material extraction, material processing. So, actually, next is feeding the electricity boiler, is it, that needs the coal? Giving it a supply. Because otherwise our electricity power is going to die and then nothing will work. And that will be bad. So we've got to get coal all the way across the map, which is a massive pain. We need to build a lot of transport belts. Okay, so we need a lot of iron plate. So I am thinking do we want to set up a basic smelting thing here with maybe even want more miners on this iron. So what do I want to do? I want a belt coming across here. I'm thinking about whether I'm just trying to automate too much too early. Whether for now I should just can I put that? Actually I can't. I think I need an inserter to feed it, don't I? Or do I? Nope, I don't. Okay, great. If I want it to keep going, I do. So let's build a couple of inserters. Yeah, it is. It's nice. Let's build, okay, inserters down here. So let's just get a very basic, very basic. Ah, you see, it's in a dead spot. God damn it. Ah! Of course. Oh no. You pain. Alright, fine. I can't put a pole there. Ah, you see, this is where my perfect power pole arrangement starts to get messed up. Okay, I'll do one there. And one there. Right. Oh god, I did build a whole network down here. I'm going to get rid of that. I've changed my mind. I'm going to do it tight. Last thing I want is to have to keep fiddling around with power poles, because an inserter is in a dead zone. Okay. Actually, we don't. Yeah, we can just leave that as it is for now. We've got what we need. So we've got a chest. It's going to produce, going to fill up with a load of iron plates, which is fantastic. And for now, that's, I think, good enough. Oh, the thing about this game, though, is it's like, oh, but I'm going to need a load of conveyor belts to transport the coal, and so I should automate them. But if I'm going to automate them, then I need to automate the iron gear wheel production as well. And then it's like, no, just one step at a time. Oh, but 26 belts. Actually, that produces 2, right? So that's actually more like 50. Is it? How many am I going to get? Maybe. Yeah, that is going to be about 50. Okay. Oh. No, we've lost power. Oh, okay. So the thing that we were worried about happening has happened. And our boiler has run out of coal, I'm sure. So yes, this is the thing that needs to be dealt with first. Automate the coal into the boiler so that this doesn't keep happening. So, I am probably... Wait, what did BMAX say? The boilers can do how many? Each boiler can run 2 steam engines, and a pump can do 20 boilers. So can do 2 steam. Okay, so I can put the boilers along here and the steam engines down here. So we'll have a big long power area, at least until we go solar. So I think then that I want the belt to be up here, and then an inserter going like that. Except that the... okay. Except... oh no, I only need an inserter there actually, so that's fine. We'll keep it tight. I think that's good there, right? Oh god, I'm still not in there. Can I drop coal on there? I just want to test whether it actually goes in. I can't actually do it. Maybe there is a way. I trust that's going to work. Okay, so... oops. I'm going to belts. I'm out of belts already. Actually, I guess I'm almost halfway there. So that's not too bad. Need to clear these trees. Oh, this is such an addictive game though. It really is a game where if you're not careful, it can end up being 4 AM in the morning. And it's like, no, I've got to work tomorrow. It is nearly 11:30 here now, so I am gonna wind up soon. Maybe I should do it by setting myself a target and say when I do this thing, I am going to stop for the night. So my target is automate the coal into the boiler, and then I'm going to call it a night. Because it seems like that's doable, although the time it's going to take me to build all of those conveyor belts, maybe it's not. Steel plates. As long as my steel plate production is doing its thing. Okay. Thanks for the follow, Dark Coupon. Appreciate that. I can drop items on the cursor with Z. Brilliant. Thank you. Awesome. Much appreciated. Oh, so helpful. Learned so much more. Streaming and getting feedback and gradually organically discovering this stuff. Okay, so now I have my belts. Can I make it all the way to the coal? Let's test that. Z. Yes. Brilliant. Okay. 24, 20, 19, 15, 10, 9. Whoop. What? Tree's in the way. Die, tree. Oh, no, I ran out of belts and there's a hole. Not quite there. And I'm a little bit... it's fine. Positioning's fine, I can figure that out. Okay. More iron plates, more iron plate, more iron plates. Maybe I want to think about... I mean, this really is a very basic setup here. Oh, we've got 33 already. Actually, that's not bad. Still not going to be enough, but... Okay. Okay. We're so close. We are so close. Oops, I forgot I can... That's filling up pretty damn fast. Still got 11k left in it, so that's plenty. But really, I haven't even begun building my base. This is all resource extraction. Okay, iron plates, iron plates. 19. Only 12 more. It's not enough. Maybe I should. Oh, I'm just going to manually do some. There we go. Actually, how much can that hold before it fills up? 50? I think it's 50 in it. Oh yeah, and I can just control click on those to pick up whatever's in them. Brilliant. Okay. 8 more. Is that enough? Maybe. sure. Let's try it. Where do I want to turn? I guess I'm going to go straight for as long as I can. So we keep the nice orthogonal angles everywhere. And then come up just before. And I guess also it maximizes the area for building other stuff as well if I don't have... Oh, actually, there is still... What am I mining there? A big rock. Okay, fine. Okay, let's go up here. Wait, why is it not doing the curvy thing? There. Gotta do this first. Oh my god, I got one left. Ah, so close. We're almost there. Okay. Now we've got enough. The final piece of the initial puzzle. So we can dig that up, and we can do that, and we are connected. However, just keep doing that. We want lots more coal, so yeah, I am going to move these poles around. It's going to end up messy. What can you do? Electric mining drill. Okay, I need basically loads of iron plates, which I just used to make all that stuff, but that's fine. I know where I can get more. Oh. Ah, no power, right? Because we've run out of coal. And that would be fine, apart from the fact that the thing that takes the coal and puts it in the boiler is electric powered. So it's not going to work. So we've still got to bootstrap this. But now, where is the first batch of coal? Fuel 46. 45. Why is that not picking it up? Does it only pick it up when it falls below a certain level? Is it like the gun turrets? Burner inserter on the boiler. Interesting. Why a burner inserter? I guess because if electricity fails, as long as you've got coal coming in, then your inserter will still work. Right. Ah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I assume this is not picking up because it's already got enough fuel in. You know what? I can test it. Let's take the fuel out. Yes, there it goes. Brilliant. Okay, right, yeah, and a burner inserter. I like that idea, actually. Ah, I don't have enough iron plate. Wait, so a burner inserter... So if a burner inserter is set up to take off coal, then even if it doesn't have any... No. I guess when it's taking off coal, it... Ah, I'll bear that in mind for future. It will fuel itself? Okay. Alright then, maybe I should do it now. I can't do it now because I don't have enough iron plate. And I told myself I was going to stop when this was done, so that I don't keep playing until 4 in the morning. So I think I really shouldn't go looking for more things to do. It's very easy to find more things to do. Oh, but I did say I was going to... Hang on. Let me break my own rule. What did I need for this? Oh, I need more iron plate. I need more iron plate for everything. Okay, this is going to be the priority next time. Is setting up some decent automation of the secondary. Well, I guess of the non-materials. But I can make 4 more electric mining drills, so I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to put at least... okay, I got to move this. No, it doesn't have power. It's fine. I can put that. I'm going to tighten this up anyway. I wanted to do that, but I don't want it. I want it up here. So I'll just do that and that and that. I mean, this is still not going. I'm still at some point going to end up wanting. Wait, I don't want to mine. I'm trying to dig up my power pole. Where's my power pole? There. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you for watching and for all your tips. I really appreciated those. They've saved me a ton of time. So yeah, that's super helpful. Thanks. Cool. Okay. Well, no. I am just gonna do this one more thing. Just put these down. Just up the production of coal a little bit. Let's do 3 because I want to save some for the. Mind you. No, I'm not just gonna do 3. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do them all. Because there'll be more iron plate, I can build more later. And we're going to need a ton of coal for the smelting. Okay, cool. I am going to force myself to stop there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments and for your tips. Fantastic, really appreciated. Next time, which will probably be same time tomorrow night, hopefully, I am going to, I guess, complete the kind of scaling up of the extraction of the iron and the copper, and then start building some decent smelting facilities to automate the production of the iron and the copper plate. Start building the buses, I guess, for the basic items. So if you are able to watch, actually, that will probably be, I'm sure you'll have loads of tips for me there as well in terms of spacing of things. So please do come back if you're free tomorrow night as well. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Have a great day tomorrow or today, whatever time it is, wherever you are now. And I'll see you next time. Until then, this is BDA Limey signing out. Good night.